video disclaimer, I have had people comment saying, oh, you only like Traxxas RC cars. Well, as you guys can see right here is an Arma. We do have a bunch of different low Cs throughout the shelf, and this is only part of the collection. You can see we have a bunch of RC four-wheel drive, Axial, Tamiya, MST. We have all of the different brands, and you can tell I love every single one. We even have a Leisu down there and a bunch of different hydraulic equipment. As you guys can see, I am uploading every single day, which is absolutely insane. So let's give you guys a quick recap on what happened to the 114 scale Excavator, because that is the biggest and probably the baddest RC in the whole entire collection. So let's go over to the Excavator and I'll tell you guys what happened in the last video, where we were actually using this dump truck right here and we were trying to do some yard work and it didn't end up too well. So let's go over to the Excavator and see the damage. Alright, so we're underneath the little workbench right here. We have the Sur-Ron battery. This is just where I was storing it. I did end up actually charging it up. This is just a little tip if you guys ride Sur-Ron. You want to keep it stored at about 80%. So let's go back into the Excavator here. I'll adjust the light so you guys can see. Boom, here we are. Alright, let's take a look. So I do have a little paper towel right here covering the motor because it is dripping out some grease. This is the planetary system. There are 3 sets of 3 gears, meaning that there are 9 gears plus the 3 in the middle total, so there's about 12. 12 gear sets inside of here. I think there's actually 16 all the way through if you count the outside spindles, but it's a little bit different. I think this one actually has 12. This drives the outside. This is the little gear cup right here. Underneath is where it's broken. I do have another piece coming in for that, so this will be an upgrade video. I think it's actually coming in within the next few days, so we'll finally be able to get this thing figured out. It's been so long since I've had this thing shut down and broken, so I can't wait to finally finish the yard work. I did do a quick oil change on it. That was a little bit of a hassle, but it ended up getting all finished up. So let's get over to the Traxxas UDR and I'll tell you guys why that is my absolute, one of my favorite RC cars. So let's get right into it. Don't forget about the Raptor R. This one is one of my favorites too, and this is also part of the Pro scale. So we'll have to do, I think we already did do a video of a comparison, but we didn't do a running video comparison, so we'll do that shortly once we get a little bit nicer weather. So the Traxxas UDR, why is it Pro scale? Well, let me tell you, in comparison, right here we have the Raptor R. As you guys can see, it is basically a Slash underneath. We already did the full-on video. Oh, we have a little bit of bendage in the body. That's another thing too. This is clipless body. We did a full video on this Traxxas Raptor R where we went through the entire thing. We did an unboxing. We did a this versus that on the UDR. So this is just going to be more of a video where I'm grabbing a bunch of different RCs and telling you why the UDR is better than all of them, because some of you commented and actually were wondering which one should I get. So this is a video for you. I'm gonna have to say the UDR, in my opinion, if you're gonna only have one of them, the UDR does beat out the Raptor R. It's a little bit bigger. It does take 2 batteries for the UDR though. So with 2 batteries, you could have 2 different run times in the Slash. So that is something you're gonna have to think of. So that there is pros and cons to everything here. So with the UDR, it is much more pro scale. The tires are bigger. You're gonna be able to do much more capable things with it, meaning you're gonna be able to go over larger whoops. Technically, this isn't really for jumping and bashing. This one's a little bit more for bashing. This one's more for pro scale driving, which these both have the pro scale definition to them, so I'm gonna have to go with the UDR is a little bit better than the Raptor R, but the Raptor R does look better. All right, let's move on to something else. So we have the 2 big boys inside of the shop area right now. We have the Maxx Slash here. So in our quick little comparison, we already did the Raptor R. I'm pretty sure you guys know the pro scale difference and what it really means now. So let's take a look at the Maxx Slash. This thing is basically the exact same size as the UDR. It uses the same size wheels as the UDR. Unfortunately, at the time of this filming, I did end up burning out the ESC. I have another one on the way though. If you guys follow my Instagram at grimreaper_RC, then you will know that I actually have one on the way, and I think it's actually already here. I just haven't gone through all of the stuff I already went and picked up from the post office. So once I go through all of the boxes and get everything unsettled, there will be a video of getting the new ESC inside of here, which should be pretty cool. Now, over here, we do have the UDR. Now, you guys can see that it is basically the same exact height. The Maxx is a little bit bigger with these spacers on there, but that is completely okay. Now, these are completely different. Here is why. One is basically a full-on Maxx underneath, which is not pro scale at all, where this one has the active suspension. You guys saw me dropping it in the video. If I dropped any of these other ones, I'm pretty sure it would break the table. They're just so much more firm with their suspension. They're much more of a basher quality, meaning that you can take this thing for a probably 30-40 foot jump, and then it would be the same suspension travel as if you just went over whoops with the UDR. So they are completely different vehicles. They are meant for completely different things. So that is something that you do have to keep in mind between these two different vehicles. Now, I hope you guys also enjoyed the little video section of Ken Block taking the same exact style looking Baja truck off-road. I believe that was during the Baja 500, which was absolutely awesome. Very inspirational, and that is why we had the whole Ken Block build series, which I hope you guys all seen. It didn't get that many views based off of how many subscribers I had, so once it does get a few more subscribers, I'm probably going to re-upload it all together in one video. But let's get into the comparison between the Slash, and I'm going to tell you guys why the little wheelbase version of the Slash might be a first UDR for someone, or someone on a budget. It's their budget version of the UDR. So let me grab the mini Slash and we'll get right into it.
Are now my enemies. Always tell you what to do.
So with that little video, it was about a minute long. We did do a full video of this thing bashing. We also took the Losi Pro Motos up to that same area where it was super sandy. Didn't perform that well, but it was still super fun. I got some really cool clips. I did a full-on front flip. It was absolutely awesome. So as you can see, the lockup STs work absolutely perfectly. These are the C2s by Traxxas. I've had a bunch of you guys comment, which tires are they? Those are what they are. So, taking them in the sand, they work completely perfectly. This cage is definitely the setup that you need to go with if you're running off-road in the sand, or even if you're going harsh in the grass. You don't want to have a body on it because these things do get super hot, especially with the motor that I have inside of here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a top tip secret here. This is the brand new Easy Run 4000 kilovolt. This is the 36, I believe it is the 3665. This is the 3665 XL. It's a little bit longer. Absolutely insane. Then we have the Max 10 ESC in here. I am using my Spectrum receiver, and I do have a 2085X servo on here, and it works absolutely perfectly. Also, another quick tip is to take off the front sway bar but keep the rear sway bar on, and that's how it basically performs like a UDR. It makes it so the front can lift up a little bit more, and you still have a bunch of sway in the back, but it stops it a little bit. Now, running this on the street, not that well. I do have other wheels that I do run on the street, and I do take off the cage and put the front sway bar on, and it performs perfectly on the street. Now, this is a budget version of the Traxxas UDR for sure. If you don't want to go out and spend the full 770, I believe, or 800, if you need batteries, maybe even more, then you go with this. This is going to be about, you could probably get a roller on eBay for probably 160, 170, and then you can just throw all of the electronics and upgrades in it that you need, so that way you don't have all of the extra stuff from buying a brand new one, and you get to revive an old RC that someone's trying to get rid of, which is absolutely perfect. Also, speaking of eBay, I'm going to have t-shirts coming out soon. I don't want to say what's going to be on them because I think some people might copy them, and because I'm a small channel, I want to get things out before I release them, but I promise you they're going to be absolutely insane. They're not going to be just Grim Reaper RC specific. It will have my name brand on the back little tag area, but other than that, it's going to be real t-shirts that are actually something you're going to want to go out and wear because they have cool sayings on them, and I can't wait to get into that with you guys. So with that being said, that is basically the little comparison here between the slashes. I do have one more slash, but it doesn't really count, and that's basically all of the little bashers. There is a much larger basher that we could compare it to though. Alright, so the Super Baja Ray is what I was going to compare it to. The Super Baja Ray is so much larger, but it is in a bunch of different pieces right now. I have it completely stripped down to clean it, put new bearings in it, add a bunch of grease and some differential grease because it was acting up a little bit. So I'm just going to tell you guys the only difference is 1/6 compared to 1/7. It's the Super Baja Ray is actually larger than an X-Maxx lengthwise, so it is bigger than the UDR here. The only thing is the UDR has the solid rear axle. So that is basically the only difference between them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. That is basically the comparison of the UDR between all of these different vehicles and why I think it is the absolute best. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one. And make sure you guys stay tuned because I am uploading every single day now, so that's going to be absolutely insane. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I can't wait to see where we end up with this channel. I have a bunch of different video ideas and video plans and a bunch of different stuff planned for you guys that's going to be available for you. So make sure you guys stay tuned. It's going to be absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification button, and I will see you all tomorrow.